Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. So today I am going to show you the absolute easiest way to create a Facebook ad. So if you're a total beginner and you are ready to start running ads and you're kind of unfamiliar with Facebook ads, I'm going to show you a super easy way to run your first ad. Okay. Now, what we're looking at here is actually, this is a screenshot because I'm live right now. Sometimes it's really hard for me to show things like ad accounts and things like that because I can't show private information and things like that. Okay, so I've actually taken some screenshots here. I'm going to walk you through the process of creating your Facebook pixel, and then I'm going to show you how to install that into your website, and then I'm going to walk you through the process of actually creating the ad, and I'm going to show you a cool tip on how you can use AI to actually create the ad for you. Okay, so to get started with this, what you need to have is a Facebook business account. You can go to business.facebook.com. You can walk through the process. If you do not have a Facebook business account, you do need to get one of these set up. And there are tons and tons, probably thousands of videos online on YouTube specifically that will walk you through the process of creating a business account. Okay. So when you create your business account, what you want to do is you want to go to the events manager. Okay. So you'll see here that you want to be in the ads manager. You're going to go to campaigns there. You can see the events manager. Okay. Now, once you do that, what we need to do is actually click on data sets and you'll see add new data set. And we're just going to give it a name. So, what I'm going to do today is since all of our members have access to the 20 free lead system through White Label Suite, that's what we use as part of our onboarding. So, I'm going to show you and use this as an example of what you would do to run a paid ad to this funnel. Okay. So, I'm just going to call it the 20 free leads. Okay. And obviously, you're going to click create. Now, once you've done that, your screen's going to kind of look like this, and you're going to want to open up the events manager. Okay, so you can see that up here in the top right hand corner. Now, when you do that, you'll scroll all the way down. We're in the overview tab here of our pixel, and you're going to scroll all the way down until you see setup meta pixel. Okay, so you're going to want to click there. And when you click there, you'll see you have the option to use a partner integration or you can install the code there. If you're using something like WordPress or whatever, you could check the partner integration if you want to, but it's actually super easy to just grab the code and install it yourself. Okay. So these instructions I want to give you today are to install the code manually into your high level website. Okay. So when you click there, actually, if you go back here, you'll see install code manually. And when you click that, you're going to go to this screen here and it's going to give you the code. So you're just going to click that green button that says copy code. And you're going to go into your high level funnel. You're going to go into the settings and you'll see down here head tracking code. Okay. So you're going to paste that pixel code that we just created and you're going to paste that there. And then, of course, you're going to click save. Okay. So now that's all you have to do to actually add that to your website. Now, when you add that to your website, you're going to come back to the same screen that you created your pixel on, and you're going to click continue. Okay. Now, when you click continue, you're going to see this option here to do automatic advanced matching. There are many reasons, like maybe you do want to do this, maybe you don't want to do this. It's really your personal choice. But if you decide to toggle it on, this is what it's going to look like. So we're just going to make our choice there, and then we're going to click continue. Now, when you do that, you're going to see this option here again to open up, open event setup tool. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And then you'll see that we're going to paste the website URL that we're going to use into into the field there. And you're going to click enter. Okay. So once you paste that in there, it's actually going to open up a new tab and you're going to see this tab here up in the top left-hand corner. And what this basically is it's kind of like it's going to walk you through the process and say, okay, what do you want us to know about this website? Okay, so we need to choose the events and we can choose like to track the URL or we can choose to track a specific button. Okay, so in this case, actually, go back here. I lost myself here. So we're going to track a specific button there. Okay. So let me go right, not left. And when you do that, like for example, I like to choose like on the main page, just view content. Okay. So I'm going to say, I'm going to call this view content. There's a drop down menu there. So I'm going to choose view content and I'm going to say URL equals this. Okay. So what I'm telling the Facebook pixel is when they get to this URL, I want you to call that view content. Now, I don't have a value associated with this because it's just a view. It's not even a lead yet. So I'm just going to say, don't include value. And then I'm going to click confirm. Okay. Now, the next step of that, what I need to do is I need to tell it what am I going to call a lead. All right. So, what you want to do is you want to go down to on this website, it's going to be in the footer here, and you have this form. So, you want to enter in that test data while you're still in the setup tool. And when you do that, you're going to go to the page that they are going to be called a lead from, right? So, what we're telling the system now is when they land on this page, we're going to call this a lead. Okay, so I'm going to paste in the link there. I'm still not going to add a value to this because it's just a lead. It's not an actual sale, but this is how we're telling it what the view content and then what we're actually calling a lead. Okay, now a lot of people we go back here, a lot of people will make this submit button a lead, but I actually don't like to do that. Because they may not, maybe there's an error or something, they didn't enter it right, and then they skip out of there, and then they're not actually a lead until they get to this page here. Okay, so that tells the pixel, okay, once they get to this page, that is a lead. All right. So once you have chosen, and of course, you could do way more than two. You could go through your whole website with this event manager here, but really, I'm just going to tell it what is viewing a content and what is a lead. Okay. And then you're going to click finish. Now, when you do that, you're going to see you have some data here and you want to, like when you're testing out your leads and all of that stuff, just know that it can take like 24 hours, sometimes longer, for that type of data to show up in the pixel area. So if you don't see the lead and you've been testing, come back to it a day or so later, and then you can see then if you actually got it set up correctly. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of this now because I want to show you this is what the actual website looks like. Okay. So a lot of people, if you are a beginner and you're like, yes, I'm ready to start, running paid ads, make sure that you have a great offer, make sure that you have a way to collect the leads, all of these things you need to have to run a good paid ad. Okay. So we have our website, we have our pixel installed here. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is go over to our My Vision Ads. Okay, so Vision Ads is my white label version of Play. If you're interested in signing up for our program where you get a free account of Vision Ads, or you could actually just sign up for Play yourself. You can do all of this at bridgetbartlett.com. Go up in the menu there and you can see that link to Play. So inside of Play, what's cool about this is where we're going to get the AI to create this. If you've ever run a Facebook ad, you know there's so much to know about it. And that's why this is such a great tool. I absolutely love this. And before I even go and show you this, I just wanted to show you some like real life data. This is a lead campaign that I'm currently running right now. It's still kind of in the test phase here. It's just a couple weeks old. It's only like $10 a day, but this is how much I've spent. I've had this many clicks, my cost per click. And what I love about Play is it will tell you this is as an ad beginner, something that you don't know, right? So like how many clicks is good? What is a good, cost per click? What is that? The click through rate. These are things that as beginners, we don't know what are the benchmarks that I'm looking for when I'm running ads for myself or a client. I mean, really, you shouldn't be running ads as a beginner. For clients, definitely test this and learn the process with your own self before doing it. But you can see here that I'm meeting all the benchmarks here, right? So obviously, this says here it's based on your ad quality and so on. Play or Vision Ads, whatever you want to call it. It even wrote the copy for this. I did choose my own video and I did create a lookalike audience, which we're going to talk about later in the week. But you can see here that the average or the benchmark I'm looking for a Facebook ad is $1.80 and my cost per click is 15 cents. The click through rate here is 2.34. And you can see that the benchmark for Facebook ads is 1.75%. We have the reach here, and then we have the cost per lead, which is really good. And then we have the CPM, which is $7 for Facebook. And you can see that mine is $3.44. So from this campaign, I spent this much money, and this is how many leads I've gotten. Now, there are lots of things that you want to do because I can hear a lot of people who run ads out there, and you're saying, yeah, but is it bots? Are they real leads? When you're using high level, you can verify the email addresses. If you're using lookalike audiences, you can, these people should be fairly familiar with you, or at least custom audiences, they should be familiar with you. But there's lots of things that go into that. Okay. So if you're a total beginner and you're like, oh, I'm getting bots, there's also CAPTCHA that you can add to your forms, and we can do all of that inside of high level. Okay. So I just wanted to show you, this is a real life example of an ad I'm running right now to show you why this is such a great resource, because not only does it make this simple for you to actually create the ad, but it also manages the ad for you. You can see down here that it's actually, I have lots of split testing going on, and it's actually giving me the best benchmarks here and the best ads, and then moving my ad spend where it needs to go to get the best reach. Okay. So it's not just helping you create the ad copy, it's actually helping you manage the ad, okay? So when you go into the dashboard here, you're gonna choose the platform that you wanna run ads on. I'm just gonna choose Facebook here. And when you choose Facebook, you can actually, all you have to do is just paste in the website URL, okay? So this is actually pulling in from my last template here. So if I was running a campaign for this lead system, I would just paste in the link there and then generate new ad. Okay. So I can give this ad copy a name. So I'm just going to say the white label lead system. Um, and then now we can either choose a video or an image of our own, or we could actually upload one. So if I click here, you'll see that the AI will actually generate some videos for me. So I could choose any of these here. I could also choose any of these images or upload my own. But I actually like using my own videos. I feel like it's more specific. But again, it just depends on whatever your use case is. There's tons and tons of ways that you can utilize this. So if you are using the white label lead system, you're running an ads for this. If you go, you'll see like a white label demo video that you can use for these ads. If you go into the membership area and you go to white label suite level 2 categories, step 5, you'll see white label sales demo, and you can actually download that. And then you don't need, I mean, it's Walt's voice here, but it's white label. So it just breaks down the tool, shows how cool the tool is and how it can be used. So it's a great resource if you're running paid ads. So I'm just going to select that video there. And of course, it's pulling in all the info from my website already. Okay. So my website is to get 20 free leads using the system. So it makes sense that I'd want to show a demo video of that. Now, what I love about this is when you do generate the ad, it will also generate the ad copy here, okay? But it creates variations of the ad copy, which I love because we need to, even the best ad experts on the planet, they don't really know what's going to work in the market. They can kind of test things out. They can have a great idea from previous experience, but they don't really know until they test it. Okay. So we have different variations of this copy that it wrote for me. Okay. So I didn't touch any of this. It just wrote all of this for me. Supercharge your business with AI lead system. Get 20 free targeted leads for your business using the power of artificial intelligence. Don't waste time on irrelevant leads. Let our revolutionary platform find the most relevant leads for you. Experience the future of lead generation today. Okay. So I did not write that. It pulled in that information from my website. Okay. So that's so, so cool. Now, also, it's going to create different headlines. Okay. So these headlines you're going to see right there. So obviously, that's really important. And that is valuable real estate when you're running ads. So we want to make sure that we're choosing the best headline. So we have different variations. And of course, if you wanted to make any of this your own, all you'd have to do is just type on top of it. Okay. It's really easy to change. Now, here you can choose your call to action. So do you want it to be apply, download, get a quote, sign up, subscribe, whatever you want that button to be. And then down here, you'll see we have a lead form. Now, I'm actually going to show you how to create a lead form and how to set up all of your automations tomorrow. So I'm going to show you a more advanced option here. This is basically, I would just call this a traffic ad. I mean, we are tracking the leads using the pixel, but what we want to do tomorrow is we're going to create a Facebook lead form, and then we're going to set up the conversions in high level so that when we do get a lead or we do make a sale, it actually sends that data back to Facebook so that Facebook knows who, and we're basically training Facebook to know who are the people who are taking the most action with our business. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you tomorrow. So definitely do not miss that training. It's pretty advanced, but you're going to love it. It's super, super powerful. Okay, so we can choose all of that there. Now, what we want to do from this point on is I'm just going to toggle this off because I'm going to show you tomorrow. We're just going to save this. Now, when we save it, what we can do is it'll show up down here inside of our templates. Okay, so this is our template library. You can see I have lots of them here. So if I want to create an ad, I can click here. If I wanted to actually send this to another client inside my account, so remember, I have white labeled Play, which is my white label brand is Vision Ads. Okay, so if I want to share this, you can see I can access all of my clients up here. So I can share this same template with any client that I have inside of my account, or I could just share it to myself, or I could duplicate it, right? I could even edit it here if I wanted to. But if I do want to create an ad, I'm just going to click here to create the ad. And you'll see now here, it's pulling up my ad copy. Okay. So I'm going to choose my goal here. So what is my goal? Do I want traffic, leads, and conversions? Okay. So if I'm doing traffic, that's what I said. Actually, we're going to set this up originally for. Traffic is great for brand awareness. It's great for that pixel, getting traffic to your pixel to build all of that up so we can create lookalike audiences and all of that. If you have a lead form, like I said, I'm going to walk you through tomorrow, you could choose that option here, or conversions. Okay, now conversions, it does say, pixel required, and we could set that up, but we need to tell it, what is our conversion event. Okay, so I don't have that in here. It's a different account. But we would have to be able to tell it that. So it has to be built into that. Okay, so in this example, I'm just going to say save. And we're going to say traffic is our goal. Now here I can choose my audience. So do I have a targeted interest? So do I want to choose people who don't know you yet? Okay, so this is going to be the most expensive ad spend that you're going to have. Okay, this is going to be harder because it's really cold traffic. If we create a lookalike audience, I would say that would be like kind of warm. It's really, really a great way of reaching new people, but we're not starting from like just cold, just basically saying, if you like this, hey, here's my offer. What we're doing with lookalike audiences is we are giving it a sample of an audience that we want to create, and then it will take all of that data and it will generate an audience for us based on that original content. So if you have like a list of customers and you want to upload that to create a custom audience, so we could run ads to our current customers, we could do that. And then we could also create a lookalike audience from that to expand our reach. Okay. And then, of course, we could also retarget, which would be like a custom audience. Okay. We could also choose here from any of our audiences that we already have built, and we could create a custom audience here, and we could even create a audience of people who've engaged with Facebook or Instagram. Okay, we could also choose the location that we want to search. Or we could choose the radius that we wanted to search. And then, of course, you have some other options here. So you could add like manual placements, or you could just choose auto placement here. Okay. So once you have selected, we're just going to say, I will do just target interest. Let's just say, or actually, um, you definitely what I liked, I never really like to do target interests. I like to use lookalike audiences. Okay. So I'm gonna show you. So if you don't have a lookalike audience and you have zero context whatsoever, just put a pause on this and then come back on Thursday because I'm gonna show you a really, really easy way for free to create a lookalike audience of the perfect audience without having to have a list. Okay. So definitely come back on Thursday for that. So we would just create a lookalike audience. I can just say maybe this one here, and then I can choose my placements and so on. Okay. So let's just say we're going to choose that audience. And then we would choose our creative is already created, of course, there. We could choose custom content. I'm going to use the AI. I'm going to choose all of that. And then I'm going to just simply choose my budget. Okay. So how much do I want to spend a day on this ad? So, of course, you could do as little as $1 if you wanted to. But of course, I would never run an ad for less than $10 a day. I feel like 2 days at $10 a day is a good enough time for me to tell if it's going to be a good ad or not. And so it's really up to you, whatever you want your budget to be. Okay. So, like I said, everybody asks you, well, what's a good ad spend? Really, anything from $1 to $10 on the first couple days is what I think. And that's what most people will say as well. So when you click, you're going to choose your budget, you're going to click create, and then it's going to tell you you're getting ready to create an ad. Congratulations. And you're literally done. I did want to show you too that you can see all of the ad combinations here. If you want to, that are created for you, that are all being split tested. Okay, so we have this specific ad here. We have these that are different in the feed, and then we have the instant articles here. We also have in-stream videos, video feeds, and then we have the stories. So that video is not really relevant to stories. So but you can see all of the variations there. Okay. So you can also look over here and see the day 1, day 7, and the 30-day forecasted results based on the budget that you have chosen down here. Okay. So super, super easy to run Facebook ads. When I first got started, it was not this easy. We did not have AI and all of these cool tools to help you to choose your audience, to manage your ad. That's really the biggest part. That's what I love about this, because we can all kind of use ChatGPT to write our copy and all of that. But this copy is so, so much better. And I love that it helps you manage the ads. Okay. So thank you all so, so much for joining me. If you are interested in signing up for Plai or joining our program, you can go to bridgetbartlett.com. You can check out the options to join our program here, and you will get a free account of My Vision Ads as a member. If you want to white label this yourself, you can go up into the add-ons and you can go to Plai, and you'll see that I have a special offer there if you want to white label this yourself, just like I did, and then provide this with your clients. It's really cool. You can actually just embed it easily into high level to add to your value stack and actually allow your clients to run their own ads. How crazy is that? So thank you all so, so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone, so I'll see you there.